DJ Tygga Ty in the mix.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, General.
Yeah, man. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure. All right, cool. So first and foremost, thank you for taking the time to sit with me. Finally got to sit down and have a conversation, right?
Yeah, finally.
What's going on with this, man? You looking like you about to start a new wave.
Well, let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope. I didn't know, yeah.
Okay. I got you. So for all the people that may not know what you look like, because I know I'm gonna upload this on the internet and whatnot, just kind of state your name, who you are, and give a little background about yourself real quick for me.
All right, my name is ReniGAD. Former member of RDX, DJ, producer, artist, and musician as well, songwriter as well. So I wear many hats. And as I said, I'm most known from the group RDX, now doing solo work. Just recently dropped my album titled Solo.
Okay. So talk a little bit about the album. Solo album. Is this your first one? This is second one? Like, how is this situation going on with the solo album?
Yeah, this is my first I call it solo EP. But this is my first compilation since I've been a solo artist. I came out 2020. Came out as a solo artist. I jumped out to the song called Black Party. That's also included on the EP. The EP contains 10 songs. Includes song with me and Craig voicemail called Believe, big track. Also have a song called Solo, which is like a very personal storytelling. Black Party, as I previously mentioned. We have songs on there for the ladies like Twerk and Gal. We have songs on there for the warrior them like Victory and Gunman Friend and a song called Negative Thoughts. So it's 10 songs. It basically shows you all the dimensions that I am as an individual, and showcase also just my lyrical skills. You see?
Okay. All right. So what made you decide to go solo, or was it more so like a argument with you and your partner? Was it more so like you guys wanted to expand the brand of RDX, or was it just like you just wanted to like do your own thing? Like what happened with that?
Well, the expand the brand, that was the original plan, to expand the brand of RDX. We had reached a point in which we could not sing. We have to sit and wait on certain segment to come back around, because we were, what can I say? We were put in a box. And so during that period, we had, we were there working out how we're gonna expand the brand to broaden the spectrum of what RDX is as a brand, because RDX is primarily known for singing girl songs and party and dancing songs. However, we have recorded and released many songs which are not there. So, even though we're good with that, we still wanted to expand, because there are so many stories that you would want to tell as an artist, so many experiences that you would want to share. But because you only can sing a specific kind of song, you're not able to share that. So the plan was to diversify the brand, but it didn't play out that way. So, we just went our ways.
Okay. So on your side, when it comes down to being a writer, what inspires you to create some of the songs that you've created as a solo artist?
Just life itself. The ironic thing about it, and I'm coming from a group that, as I said, is primarily known for girl songs, party music. The songs that have resonated for me as a solo artist are not girl songs. The song that has made the biggest impact is a song called Brand. Went on the top 50 charts in the UK. And the song that is now currently doing it is a song called Believe with me and Craig from voicemail. And that's not a girl song either. So what I've come to learn is that sometimes it's a tough journey, but to be very honest with you, I've had a lot of blessings in this journey, in that I didn't expect it to happen, like to get that impact so quickly. Because Black Party was my first song as a solo artist, and it made an immediate impact. It didn't like blow up in the charts or whatever, but it got me a lot of dub plates and a lot of visibility in the people's eyes as a lyrical artist, which I wasn't able to display within the under the umbrella of artists.
Okay. So right now, outside of the catalog with RDX, what are some of the songs right now off of your EP? Like, have you ever performed them yet so far?
Yeah, man. I've been
So-
performing from the first song, bro G.
So
You see it?
what are your top 3 songs to perform when you hit the stage right
Black
now?
Party. Well, performance-wise, it's Black Party and a song called Wire Them and Believe. But in terms of the energy, because it depends on the crowd. Sometimes you go with a crowd with more, it's more going good leaning towards the Wire Them. You sing more kind of them song there. If it's leaning towards more the girls them, then I have a song called Bacchus for Days, which is on the EP as well, which makes the girls them go crazy. That is like a stage show song, like outright. Just each stage with that and the girls them just start move same time, you see? So that song is like super popular amongst the ladies them as it relates to performing on stage. But it relates to numbers, then Twerk is the song that is basically doing it globally for me as an artist in terms of the female side of things.
Okay. The reason why I asked that is because you coming from a group where you perform with your partner. Is there a different change in like the performance on like your aspect as far as like, okay, maybe stage fright, or maybe, okay, now that I don't have my partner with me, I got to do different type of styles when it comes out for maybe like jumping in the crowd or even bringing people on stage? Like, what's the different change frame on your aspect when it comes down to performing, would you say? Seeing that you're doing everything on a solo aspect, like you're kind of getting to that side of things.
Yeah, I mean, I use my experience. My mantra that I live by is fresh and familiar. So I'm a fresh artist in that ReniGAD is new. I do different stuff now than I previously did. I have a different mentality as well as it relates to a lot of stuff because I learned a lot since I've been solo. But I still have the familiarity of being an artist that I've gone globally, that I've toured Africa, that I've toured Japan, Canada, North America, South America, Central America, all both, as far as Mayotte, as far as Reunion Island, as far as Seychelles. So, I've had a great experience touring with RDX and learning stuff. And now I can take all that experience now and integrate them in what I am today, which which I have to tweak it to facilitate today's audience as opposed to, the RDX audience. So it's just, you learn from your experiences, but at the same time, I constantly learn from everything, you know what I mean? Because it's a new journey. It's a new way of looking at things. It's a new vision that you have to apply now to everything that you do. You know what I mean? So performing wise, no stage fright.
All right.
It's just an energy, bro. This is not like natural for us now to just go on stage and rock it. So when you see ReniGAD on stage and you say, oh, they got that, it's just a mad energy same way. This time around though, I think it's more lyric centric as opposed to energy centric. So I can say more now on stage. I can break down the rhythm and I can spit some lyrics like a nice 32 bars and the whole place will wake up. So it's that kind of, but at the same time, I still have the RDX experience. So when I'm performing, because I do perform as RDX as well. So if I perform as RDX ReniGAD if necessary. But at the same time, I still perform as ReniGAD by myself without RDX. I still sing 2 songs if me need to. Sometimes you and the girls and I hear 2 classics, I give them 2 classics, but I still perform as both. So at this current where we at now, at this current juncture, we are look at performing both sides, but it's different, but it's the same. You will get the RDX energy if you book a RDX show and it's ReniGAD you want, you're gonna get the RDX energy. I get everything as it relates to the energy and the output and that, because we can adjust. But when you book a ReniGAD show, you will get RDX plus you will get something different, which is not RDX.
Got you. So you spoke a little bit about the change in dynamics when it comes down to the past and basically the present, right? I want to speak on the side of the music side, like a lot. Like right now, a lot of things has changed from the early 2000s to right now where we are in 2022. What would you say is, I guess you could say, the struggles that you faced, and then also some of the positive sides of the changes in the music? Like right now they have this new genre, but they don't even know what to call it yet. It's like trap dance hall kind of vibe, like the skings and the skilly bangs. Like, what is your opinion on the new genre, so to speak, of music that they don't even have a name for it yet. They just kind of just making it, and it's like, okay, this is what it is, but it's not really reggae. It's not really dancehall from, like, I guess you could say, the music that you used to make. But now you're also making that type of music as well with some of your new songs, or you may make some of those. So like, what is some of your struggles and also your opinion on that, like the new music right now?
Well, the struggles, to be very honest with you, the struggles, I don't really have any struggles as it relates to making music. What that means that I am uniquely positioned because I make beats. So because that gives me the ability now, because I make beats for other people who are, so it gives me the ability to stay right on the top of everything that changes. So a slight change is made, I'm right there because I make beats, and because I make beats for other people. When they come link me for a beat, they're not gonna come link me for a beat that is relevant 5 years ago. They're gonna link me for a beat that's now, and I have to make sure that that beat is sellable. So that's the unique, the unique angle that I have. So I always stay right on the heartbeat. I'm all right on the pulse of what is happening because of the fact that I make beats for other people, and I write songs for other people too. I work with new artists that have just entered the game. And I made a beat for a dude who's like 15 years old, bro. So it just keeps me, it regenerates my my knowledge. So I can make a beat for anybody now, because I always stay there. So what that does, it helps me on the artist side of things now. So when I'm an artist, I know what beats to make to rock a specific audience, because as I said, I'm always current as it relates to that. Plus, within my beat making, I like to be creative as well. I like to break down certain barriers. I like to do something unique sometimes. I don't like to just follow the crowd. If you listen to a lot of beats that I made in the RDX era, like a 𝗧𝗬𝗚𝗔 𝗨𝗡𝗜𝗓, or or a jump, or a broad out, it's dancehall, but it's just dancehall with something different. It's got a different energy to it, or a different style to it. So I tend to like to, if you listen to Dagger in rhythm, it's dancehall, but it got soca in it. So I like to do creative stuff as well. I don't like stuck myself in a box. But as it relates to the new artists that are coming out, the man them tough. The reality is them man are tough. So when you hear people trying to style the youth, them, I really appreciate that. Especially some of them veteran artists. I'm at a space where I'm not a veteran yet, but I'm not a new artist legitimately, you know what I mean? Because I've been there in the game. So I'm still a new artist as it comes to the ReniGAD brand, because I have to build up that brand, and that brand is where it's positioned pretty well now to basically make a serious impact. So, but I have to build it up to reach where it's at now, you know what I mean? Where I have two solid songs where I can say, yo, these songs made impacts in the world, you know what I mean? So it took a while to reach here, and I'm still working on getting to another level. So, but you have to embrace change. And when the youth them forward with some new thing, as I say, a 15-year-old youth on a flow, and I'm like, yo, okay, cool. Let me just they make the beat and say, I this one, and give it. I'm like, yo, yeah, this is it. And while I'm friend them, and then they take it away, and while I vibe with, because that's what you have to do. Music move. So I was to say, my RDX made their last hit, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? 3 years ago, RDX made their last hit. So it's not 15 years ago. It's not 25 years ago. It's not 30 years ago. It's 2 to 3 years ago, RDX made their last hit, 2019. So it's not, I'm not a veteran or a dinosaur. I know what I'm going within the game in order to constantly make it. And I've been doing music, I've always been making it music. Either it be beats, like in our heart rhythm, and stand number one, 𝗧𝗬𝗚𝗓𝗓 jail, dirty landlord, coming straight up the line to the RDX beats, them dance, everybody dancers anthem. Those beats are all off these fingers. So we try to make sure, say, the team. When I say we, I'm referring to the God people team. We'll try and make sure that we stay right on the pulse of where dancehall is at. And anyway, it swing up, we did it too. And some of the time we are gonna be responsible for swinging it in a specific direction too, because we always try to maintain creativity within the thing. So it's a long answer, but it warranted a long answer, because a lot of people, have negative thoughts about the change. Bro, change is if it didn't change, I would have bust. Some of them man, they are we're talking negative. They bask in the change when it was at their foot. But now that it moved from for them foot, them have a problem with it. You understand? Music don't always walk come your yard. Sometimes you have to walk but look for it. So if you realize that you are a veteran in the game and you realize that this is art, because the same complaints that they're having with these new artists and these new trap dancehall thing is the same complaints reggae people had with them.
Yeah.
Saying that them a mash up the music. So we can't be hypocrites in this, bro, G. You know what I mean? Change will come and you have to embrace change as it forward. You know what I mean? No day is the same, bro. Yesterday you have one strand of ear pan, tomorrow you have two. No day is the same. So every day you have to just know, so you have to embrace change. If you not embrace change, you're gonna be left behind.
I definitely appreciate that answer. And I can't wait for people to watch this video to hear it coming from someone like you, because I say this all the time and a lot of people don't seem to get that. They don't get it. But my next question that I do want to ask outside of the music, right? So you said you wear many hats. You talked about writing, you talked about producing, performing. You know what I mean? Do you ever have a time where you have like those writer's block or even a producer's block? Like, how do you get over that? Like, if somebody's watching this video and it's like, hey, I look up to ReniGAD and I want to become a producer. I also want to write. I also want to perform. What advice could you give them so that when they do hit those blocks of like, man, I don't know what to do next, they can get over them? Or even just getting inspiration from you? Like, what advice can you give to someone that's trying to get into the industry?
Okay, well, importantly, I've never had what people call writer's block. I don't know what it is. I don't know how you can have writer's block.
Yeah.
But I respect a person who have had it. I've never had writer's block because I am a person who don't take up a pen and a paper and say I write a song, or take up my phone and say I write a song. I can go in a studio and just flip up the top. So most of my songs that I do, that's how I do it. I don't really. I had to write Shake Your Bam Bam for with when I was under the RDX umbrella. I had to write that because I wanted to make sure that it had, it had certain particular things in it and lacked certain particular things that, to cater for a specific audience. But generally speaking, ReniGAD, I don't write songs. I just go in a studio, smoke, drink, sit down and think about life or an experience or a conversation that I previously had or we currently having in the studio at the time. And I just find lyrics and melody and everything right there on the spot, and that's that. And then when I'm done now, I can't remember what I said because it was just coming from the inspiration straight out to me, and I was just a conduit for that, and I spit it out. So I had to sit down after and then write it down so I can remember actually what I said. But what I would say to artists entering the game is find what makes, what ticks. Find yourself. As an artist, sometimes you're crowded by so much things. You're crowded by people, distractions, and someone told me one time that you can never see a distraction when you're in it. So sometimes people are distracting you. You will never see that they're distracting you until you get out of it. So either you get out on the good end or you get out on the bad end. You will never know that you're being distracted in the moment when it's happening. So what I try to do is I try to tell anybody that I see coming in the game just to find yourself. And sometimes it sounds like very cliche, but in reality, finding yourself is harder than, because no people been in this game and they don't know themselves. They don't know who they are as a person. They don't know what they are supposed to sing or what they're supposed to talk about or what people believe that they are. And you have to have an open mind at the same time to try different stuff. You can be an artist who's been singing grimy songs for 500 years, and you go in the studio and just mess around, find a song, and that song becomes a song that blows you up. So it's very unpredictable. Music is not like it's written in and this is the way you should do it. No, a lot of this is about chance, it's about timing, it's about talent, it's about opportunity, it's about a multiple things that can forward in and make you use them as tools, you know what I mean? Or you use them as weapons. It just depends on what you choose to do. So it's all about learning about yourself, and then once you learn about yourself, then you start pay attention to others and never stop learning. That's my advice. Just always learn. That they call it be a perpetual student. So learn till you're dead. That's it.
Okay. Well, ReniGAD, I definitely appreciate you for taking the time to sit down and talk with me. For all of those that will watch this video, can you state your social media so they can follow you, How do they get in touch with you? They want to get a beat, or they even want to get a feature from you, so that way you can kind of connect with the people that want to connect with you.
ReniGAD can be reached on the social media. ReniGAD Music, Blue Tick, on Instagram. You can, of course, I'm on the other platforms, Twitter. That's where I basically talk my mind. I don't conduct business there. So I just basically say anything I want to say. So I am ReniGAD. That's on Twitter. And of course, Facebook, all of the other places, Instagram. Music can be found on all streaming platforms. ReniGAD, ReniGAD, and you'll see usually it's there with a tick beside it, so you know that I'm verified there. So it pops up. There you go, your boy is there. I didn't even know I did so much songs, bro. I did like over 30 songs already. I didn't even know that in real life. So you know, still humbled, but at the same time we're working. We're putting in work. We're about to put out some new stuff for the summer as well. A job, a song called Normal Alive with me and my dancer, my friend, 𝗶😓 𝗨𝗡𝗜𝗚. That's going on wicked in the streets as well. So plus I'm working on another project that I'm not going to talk too much about right now, but I'm working on this.
You got to at least give me a name. What's the name of it?
Maybe I call it Fresh and Familiar. I don't know. Maybe that's what people see, you know, that's what I am. So maybe I call it Fresh and Familiar, but that's going to be a wicked project. So I'm working on that. So it's just, plus, you know, we have shows coming up, supposed to go down in the Caribbean. We have shows coming up in the US, of course, in our recent, have shows coming up in South America as well. So it's just a lot of work that has to get done. I have a couple projects coming out from, you know, I have Brazil projects coming out. I have a lot of projects coming out. So it's just now to just make sure that I stay focused and make sure that I put the amount of time necessary. You know what I mean? Because this ain't no joke. When it comes to music, it's very time consuming, and you have to be serious about it. I mean, every man wants to make some money and buy a nice Markex, and you know what I mean, have some pretty girl and ray. But you know, when it comes to the business end of the thing, you have to take care of the part. So you have to make sure you take care of the business end of the part. And people know say are good people who work to do business with. You know what I mean? So just here make sure that we have that professionalism going into the game, but at the same time, we still not have to be professional if we don't need to be. You know what I mean? And that's the freedom that I have now. If we're in a situation we can be professional, we do it. But there are moments in time, and this is something that you'll maybe never hear from artists. There are moments in time when professionalism is a weakness. You don't need it. You know what I mean? So you just do what you need to do and just run out professional out of the room and just deal with it. You know what I mean? So all of that is part of the game, and that is what, as I said, as a solo artist, I've learned. ReniGAD has grown as an individual as well, because you know you give your strength to go out there and do this. And I'm a person who I don't lack confidence. I'm pretty confident in my abilities, but I still have to learn. You know what I mean? I'm still to learn. You know what I mean? So that is it. So you can hit me up on the WM there if you want a collab. As I said, it's on the Instagram. Usually I answer my Instagram. Road manager on site on occasions too, but most times it's me once on Instagram. So yeah, that's what it is, man.
DJ Tygga Ty in the mix.